Hey everyone, welcome to another Still Speaks video, but you already knew that because you are so smart. And speaking of the smartest people, only the smartest people have hit that subscribe button, and they rang that bell, and they turn on all notifications, so be part of the hottest Supreme Commander 2 action that this channel has to offer. It's free for you, and it means the absolute world to me. And guys, we are so close to hitting 3,000 subscribers. I need less than 80 subscribers, so if you aren't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and help me out. I'd appreciate it. And speaking of helping me out, click the link down below. Check out my band. We're called King of Cups. Follow us on Spotify. I'd appreciate that a lot. I appreciate you all. So anyhow, we're back. And finally, we're at the finals of the beginners tournament that happened in June 2023. So thank you to AlphaX for compiling everything for me to make this all happen. And speaking of AlphaX, he made this Eco Viewer. Click the link down below to subscribe to him. He just posted some point of view of his matches in the recent 3v3 tournament. He seriously, if you want to get good at this game and hear the callouts, how pros do callouts, check that out and subscribe to him. So anyhow, this Eco Viewer, you got the players, colors, their name, the mass per second, energy per second, research and research per minute. So this is the finals. This is for everything. This is for first and second of the tournament. So the winner gets first, the loser gets second. There's no losers in that case, in my opinion. So anyhow, the map is Open Palms. We've been seeing a whole lot of it in this tournament because that's what we've been seen the last few matches, but we're gonna get on with it. So we got Timothy JB 520 spawning in as the Blue Sovereign Commander, dropping down a whole bunch of eco, and he's getting a triple land factory opener. That is extremely standard on this map. And what's not standard is Pankyeatspancake. Pankyeatspancakes. So, Pankyeatspancakes is spawning in as the Green Aeon Commander, dropping down a double air factory opener and ecoing all the things. So, yeah, that is an unusual build. I don't recommend doing that to any player, new players or not. Don't open with a double air factory as Aeon. Or anyone, for that matter. Unless your opponent's doing it, then you do it too. That's okay. But if you're doing it, I don't know about that. In 1.25, the version 1.25, this was standard. You do air all day long, you build one land factory, and maybe you harass your opponent. I remember being in a tournament and having to do that. Oh, goodness, was it crazy. It was air all day long. That was the meta. Air was the meta in 1.25. But since they changed the economy system, that's no longer the meta. It has made things a little more interesting. So I fell off playing this game a whole lot back in 2013. I used to play this game a lot before that, but when 2013 hit, I had to relearn it all. I'll play it once in a while. I love this game. I don't think I'll ever really stop playing it. I just don't want to relearn it and work. Well, I have relearned it. Let's just be real. It has really made the game way different for me and harder. Well, I got a lot going on right now, so that's why you don't see me streaming or playing a lot. Hopefully, I'll be able to change that once I figure out how to stream with my current setup right now. Because they didn't kill that engineer, and they're flying over anti-air. Why is there an anti-air tower rather than a land factory? That is weird. However, the anti-air tower was effective. But anyhow, everyone, I do want to stream here in the future. But last time I tried to stream, I made time for everyone to stream. But what happened was I just couldn't. It wouldn't connect. I just couldn't get through. So I'm gonna try that again eventually. And Pankyeatspancakes is easily dispatching these loyalists that are showing up. There's a lot of free mass for Pankyeatspancakes. Is he going to eat it? Is he going to suck up that delicious gummy mass? That Masio? No. He's got a threat to deal with. Doing pretty good. doing pretty good dealing with it. Not bad. Now, at a certain point, the opponent becomes... If he spread these units better, the land would be so much more dangerous. So, that's why I say don't go double land. I mean, double air. Because all your opponent has to do is spread out. Just spread those units, and the splash damage will be so much less. You'd be literally attacking one unit at a time, and more of his units would get here, and that mass extractor would be gone. And slowly your opponent would creep up. I would creep up, start putting point defenses, I mean anti-air, or better yet, creeping with a land factory and start putting anti-air on that. I don't know if Timothy knows that anti-air could go on the factories. That's good, building an anti-air tower. I don't know why this engineer is still alive. It should be dead. I don't know why he's repairing the ACU when he should be repairing the mass extractor. But it doesn't really matter because nothing there is going to die right now. Okay, he's got shields on the plane, so that makes him much more powerful. There should be a land factory for Pankey at this point. I don't see why there isn't a land factory, right? A land factory would be super, super helpful. Is he expanding? No, Pankey is not expanding. Now that is a big problem. Pankey should be expanding his economy. Why isn't his ACU attacking? What's going on here? Huh. Yeah, Pankey's not expanding. Okay, now he's expanding. He's got the mass for it, and no, not another air factory. Oh, goodness. Stalling on energy, is he? Maybe, yeah. Now, that's a bad place for a point defense, especially when the enemy's right up on it. Yeah, that point defense is gone. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea at all. Yeah, it's pretty crazy that that Timothy isn't attacking the engineer, but he's attacking the mass extractor? Or is he attacking the engineer? Let me see. Well, I guess we'll never know. Okay, now there's problems. See, adapters are on the field. This is why you don't go all air. He should have way more air than that. But he flew over a bunch of anti-air, which isn't the right thing to do. Take out the engineers. That's what you should be doing. You don't go over... Yeah, there you go. Don't go over adapters. Going over adapters will cause a lot of hurt. Will make you cry hurt. Yeah, getting... There you go. Getting land factories. That's the way to go. Because adapters are a problem. Good bomb. That was a good bombing run. Now that was a good one. Get the units out of there, though. Good bombing run. Would be a good idea is to keep threatening by flying around. Get this one right here at least. Maybe this one too once they overcorrect. A point defense at this point under a factory shield would actually go a long way. And again, expanding with both engineers is not right. Don't do that. See why? This is why you're waiting. This is why Pankey's waiting for that last factory. Now, right now, engaging with adapters, can't do that. The factories are on pause. You gotta keep harassing. Just keep harassing the mass extractors. Maybe you'll turn around. See? Just keep threatening. Not this one. This one. See, now that their numbers are dwindling, Flying right over and attacking the radar, that was terrible. Terrible. Now he knows you're no longer a threat because all that anti-air is going to shred these units. Yeah, even though those flares are not enough to do a substantial amount of damage, and now he's bringing his ACU, which is a big problem. You got to put down a bunch of point defense now under factory shields. Where is the radar for? Wow, so he has no idea this is coming. Panky has no idea this is coming. There is no radar anywhere. That's not good. Yeah, he doesn't know the ACU's there. He's floating mass. Putting down a bunch of point defense under factory shields could have been a thing. I think this is it for Panky. Yeah, point defense under a factory shield might have helped. Yeah, I think Panky's done for. So I think game one's going to Timothy. Remember, when energy generators explode, they go boom too. They do damage to things close to it. Thank you, Timothy. Oh! Seriously. I was going to say thank you, Timothy, for not control Kane. But of course, this is what Timothy does. He's done it in all the matches. I would have literally... I don't know. I'm a stickler, though. That's the rules. Both ACUs detonated. And this is the finals. I would not take that chance at all. But congratulations, Timothy. You're up 1. Because I know that the judges allowed it. I wouldn't have, but the judges did. And, yeah, look. So, what I would have done if I was Panky to win this, I would have gone land sooner. I would have expanded sooner. I would have kept harassing so that he would harassing areas where his opponent doesn't have anti-air. Harassing this one, it was good the first time, but you kept losing planes, so that harassment was effective. However, it caused you, Panky, to lose a lot of planes. And letting that engineer live caused a lot more problems. Like, there was anti-air here, which worked with this anti-air over here, which just didn't help. This would have been a prime target. And if you're able to take out this anti-air, well, if this engineer didn't live, that anti-air wouldn't be here. So this would have been a prime target, and this would have been a prime target, and then this would have been a prime target. So that's what I would have done. Just take out the vulnerable mexes. And he would have stopped building vulnerable mexes at a certain point, maybe, and start putting down anti-air. Then at that point, I'd have a land army, right? Because I wouldn't send both engineers to build mass extractors. That's what really hurt the mass. And both Timothy and Panky were floating mass. I mean, I don't know what they were doing. An anti-air creep would have been helpful. And seriously, where was Panky's radar? Like, he stopped using, his planes were over here. What did he expect was going to happen? Like, having no radar at that point, not a good thing, especially when transitioning into land, because you're not really using you're not using your Air Force as much because you're transitioning to land. So that would have been a smart thing. So both players did awesome. I'm not really criticizing them, just helping them become better players, because, you know, this is a beginner's tournament. Maybe they'll want to do another tournament with better players. So who knows? I don't know. I just wanted to point it out. And those watching at home, maybe you want to do double air, and I'm all like, well, not a great idea, but it's doable if you keep your opponent on the back foot and you eventually transition into land. But not always. You don't always have to transition into land. You could do air if you keep your opponent down and they don't have anti-air. Like, especially against Cybran, they get the adapters and those wreck things. And as soon as UEF get anti-air on all their units, that's a problem. But Aeon, a little bit vulnerable to this because their anti-air isn't great. I mean, their anti-air is great, don't get me wrong. but like they have Harvogs. Their anti-air isn't amazing. The only thing with the Harvogs are that they're harder to kill because they're faster. If you could split them, if the player splits them, and they get double shields and teleport, so that could be a problem against. But the anti-air eventually, if you keep the enemy there, their Harvogs don't do as much damage as the adapters. So anyhow, I'm going to cut that rambling and we're going to go on to game 2. So bear with me. Thank you. I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. We are in game 2 of the finals for the beginners tournament that happened in June 2023. So anyhow, Timothy is up 1. Let's see how this goes. So Timothy, it looks like they are changing factions, or they're random players. An energy generator first. Oof, that is a rough build right there. So anyhow, Timothy is spawning in as the green Sovereign Commander, dropping down an energy generator first for some reason, and then ecoing all the things, and finally getting into a triple land factory opener. Usually you'd get the energy generators last. So yeah, the triple land factory, I'm loving it, I'm liking it, but he's making his ACU move. Again, I don't like that either. So if you go boom, boom, boom with where my cursors are, boom, 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 your ACU won't have to move. Well, his ACU didn't move there. Will his ACU move for that last one? Now that's the question. I would like to sit there and watch that, but we got another player to check out. So we got Pankyeatspancakes. He's spawning in as the red UEF commander, dropping on a triple land factory opener and ecoing all the things. It looks like his build is a little bit more concise, so I'm liking that already. But again, oh yep, Timothy had to move. His ACU had to move up a little bit. See, if he put his energy generators like boom, boom, like where my cursors are, boom, boom, wouldn't have to move at all. So that's a little bit of improvement. Pankyeatspancakes put down his land factories in a very, very good, in very good spots actually. So I'm actually quite impressed with that. So that's one thing to tell the difference between a great player and a good player, right? Is that their opening build, their ACU moves as little as possible. Like the ACU will swivel, but they won't take any steps because each step takes time away from actually building. And again, Timothy doing a building with 2 engineers, I don't like that. Same with, okay, Panky as a lazy engineer, that's okay, but he's not building with 2 engineers. I understand the reasoning. You think it's going to build more faster, but no, look at the mass. Look at the mass up here. You don't have enough to build all of that. You don't. And if you want to keep building units, like look, this is there's a stall right there on the units. That's why you don't build 2. But then again, I don't know why Panky stalled at all. I would like to see this engineer help out the factory. Demolishers were what would you call that? Researched by Panky. Panky is now using his ACU to soak up damage. You see pros do that in the early game, and you love to see beginners try their hand at it. And it was quite effective, because if you see, a lot of bots died, but then again, a lot of tanks did too, because in the beginning, Panky wasn't shielding them. It's not an easy thing to do, honestly. As you can see, for some reason, Panky's letting his tanks get ahead. Oof. Sucking up some delicious yummy mass. Dat Masio, you love to see it. Good job, Panky. Now, not a good job. You got 2 lazy engineers. Now, one of these should be expanding. Now, Panky is building a factory right there for some reason. That makes no sense. Building right here would make a great deal of sense, but building right here, increasing the rush distance, doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Now, I love that Timothy has expanded, but I would like to see this engineer not be lazy. This engineer isn't, so that's good. Timothy is going to be crushing it in the mass game here in a second. If he could hold out against Panky, all he's got to do is hold out for a little bit longer. He's going to have a lot of mass, and that'd be game. All he's got to do is win this one. Where are the Brackmen? Brackmen would have really made this more difficult for Panky. Yeah, now Panky's off of the bridge, so now he's going to be harder to deal with. The mass extractor going down. Not the most painful, but it is annoying. This is the fourth factor for Panky. It's for Timothy. It's later than Panky's, which is not good. Timothy is floating mass, so he could put down a point defense, which I highly recommend putting one. Why a energy generator? He's got plenty of energy. Panky is sucking up delicious yummy mass. Masio, that's a really good thing to do. Now, why an energy generator? No, not another. Well, a factory's a good idea, but I like to see losing a radar is not a good thing. I would like to see. I don't think he needs a point defense. He's right. He's right on that. Now, not helping out factories when it's right there. No, don't build it right there. Get it up closer. Well, at least Panky's making a line of P-gens. Does he need energy? He doesn't need energy. But you know what? I think they're building energy because it's minute 7. And I think they have plans. I would not rebuild these because this could have factory TML on it. And it could do a whole lot of damage. So Panky's building in his opponent's area. A factory TML right here on this guy might shut that down. I don't know why there's no factory TML. Building right here is a terrible idea, man. And building the energy generator first, that's a weird priority. Where's the radar? No radar? Okay, I mean, I guess Timothy doesn't care about radar. Where are the Brackmen? Where are the demolishers? A point defense under a factory shield right here would do wonders. It might even be able to hit this. Now there's factory TML. I don't know if Timothy even knows about factory add-ons. Now a shield under. Now get out of there, Timothy. What are you doing? You do not have the advantage by any means at this point. Now Timothy put down a research station. He should be building factories here to attack the base directly. That would be very effective. Back it up once the shields drop. Wow. Sacrificing all his units to take this out. That's something else right there. And what good are those research stations going to be now that he doesn't have any troops? Timothy, a point defense would have been really good right here underneath the factory shield. Now, fat boys are coming. Now, Panky, if he got... There we go. Meteors. That is what I'm talking about, baby. That is exactly the right move. Meteors. Fat boys aren't needed. They are not needed. Because Panky has the advantage. But Panky is not expanding. Okay, he's slowly expanding. He didn't build in back, which was a good thing to do in the beginning against Cybran. But now he doesn't need to worry about that because, look, his opponent's not getting by him. There's a radar right here. He's going to notice everything that happens. Now, these factories right here, one's not building, not good. It should be assaulting right here. I like that they're assaulting now. There we go. That's what I like to see. Is there going to be a structure detonate? Probably not. I don't know why there's no structure detonate. There should be a structure detonate. Now that is an over-response if ever saw one. This is gone. Timothy, this is gone. You lost this, man. You should be defending here. ACU here. You defend here. This is lost. A delayed structure detonate. Probably should have been a little faster on that. Where are the Brackmen? Alright, alright. The bots are a good choice. Unit detonate. 1 or 2. Just do it. Unit detonate. Unit detonate, please. Unit detonate. No? Okay. I've seen Timothy do unit detonates. Why didn't he do it at this time? Just a couple would have devastated this army. And Brackman, look at him. He's right on the hill, dude. He's asking for it, man. I don't think Timothy knows how to deal with being under siege like this. Why? No, 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 no. Research is not needed. Timothy, build. Right now, it'd be really smart to get a bunch of air units. Now, back here, since the radar probably doesn't... Yeah, never mind. I think this is going to Pankey. This is going to go in Pankey. It's going to be a Pankey win, I think. Because Timothy's floating mass by over 1,000? He's got a lot more mass than his opponent. Well, not a lot more, but... He's not using it wisely. That ACU should be building. But this is going to cause panic here. Yeah, here it is. The fat boy has entered the building. Ah, a land gantry. There we go. Should be a line of P-gens to make this bad boy come out. So building P-gens at this point wouldn't be a bad idea. Because there's not a whole lot on the field. Alright, there's probably enough. Ooh, those meteors. Concentrate on one thing and like one-shot it. Now he's concentrating, which, you know, would have been good at first. Now get these core mass extractors, just knock them out. I like that Pankey's keeping away, being mindful of structure detonate. Ooh, that radar overkill, but had to happen, man. Yeah, now Pankey... no, Pankey... Yeah, Pankey's ahead in mass now. I like that Pankey has expanded but hasn't finished the expansion, but he's still expanded, so that's good. Yeah, that fat boy is a little bit dangerous right now. Yeah, bunching up against... Ooh. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, Timothy's units are just... Pankey's units are just getting mulched. Gee whiz. Just mulching them. I think there's been training on these bots, so they're just wrecking everything. That's a good use of a fat boy. Keep pushing it the other direction. That's a good idea. Now, sadly, Timothy has not been using his mass at all. Look, you got a lazy engineer. He could have been building factories back here and reinforcing. No reinforcements equal... You lose, man. Another gantry is not what's needed. Smaller troops would have won the day. Over 2,000 mass. What are you doing, man? Yeah, Panky's got stacked Gauss cannons on the tanks, so now they get like a 50% damage boost, I think. That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, this guy shouldn't even be anywhere near being fired on. Now, Pankey is looking rather slim on the units. Pankey needs to start putting down factories. I like it. He's doing it. I told him to do it, and he's doing it. I guess he heard me through time and space and time. Now, I don't know why Timothy's not listening through space and time. Of course, I'm kidding, but why just focusing on the megas? The megas are good, but they're not going to win this. You got to have a combination. At this point, a combo will win it. And I don't think Timothy's coming back from this. I mean, Timothy did a good job. Why'd he get Hunker on the assault bot? That doesn't make any... Anyhow. I don't think experimentals alone are going to win this. I like that he's putting down a radar station, but this is a bad place to be. Advancing a handful of bots makes no sense. Yeah, look how fast they're decimated. Like, no point, no sense. Don't do that. They could have been good cannon fodder for these two megas that you're pushing up. Yeah, making them go into straight lines a fast way to get him to die against fat boys. Yeah, stopping him as he makes it even faster. Well, at least one one fat boy died. Yeah, just sitting your mega in one spot is the fastest way for them to just get murdered by fat boys. So don't get me wrong, Timothy did a lot of good moves, a lot of great moves, but I mean, you could tell that Pankey had him on the back foot for the entire match, and half baking, huh? I don't know why you half baked that bad boy. But yeah, you could tell he was having trouble against this. Sometimes, I gotta be honest, I usually don't like advocating for point defense, but sometimes point defense is what you need. And a good Brackman would a good Brackman is pretty useful. A couple Brackman right here would have done some good. Yeah, the three fat boys right there. I like this. Splitting units off to corner Timothy, and Timothy control Cade. And that was it anyway. I mean, there was no way he was going to come back from that. And Pankey doing the responsible thing, keeping his ACU from detonating, especially in a finals match. Thank you, Pankey. This is 100% a legitimate win because one ACU detonated. Well done, Pankey. Now it is 1-1. Now, how could Timothy have won that? Well, I think Timothy might have panicked, but what would have been really good is a percentage of Brackman placed in the army. And that would have slowed this down right here. A few Brackman would have caused this to slow down. A factory right here with a point defense right here would have really slowed that down too. Heck, even 2 point defense or 2 factories right here with point defense would have slowed that down a lot. Look at that mass. Floating that much mass on both sides isn't a good thing, but it didn't really matter for Pankey because Pankey already had the advantage. Pankey could have expanded faster, which would have been smarter, and Timothy really overreacted at a certain point where this is gone. This was gone. Like, Panky was attacking it. He had to choose one to defend. He chose this one for some reason. ACU right here. Production line right here. This was not defendable at that point. So that's why I was like, why is he moving that over there? Shouldn't have done that. So yeah, you gotta weigh your options here. Like this would have been lost. There's no doubt about that. So protecting your supply line, well, that is your supply line over there, but protecting your production line and your ACU would have been the better bet. So either way, Timothy did amazing. Panky did amazing as well. So those are just a little pointers to not freak out. Just like make sure, remember factory TML is a thing and factory shields are a thing. And I haven't seen Timothy use a lot of factory add-ons. I don't know why he didn't. So shields, anti-air, even, geez, you don't see a lot of it, but even factory radars has its use. So yeah, congratulations Panky. Congratulations on Timothy for winning one, and congratulations Panky on winning this one. So we're going to get on with our third and final match coming up here in just a moment. I'll be right back with that. Alright, welcome back to the final game of the finals of the beginners tournament that happened in June 2023. And I said a lot of ofs, but hey, you know what? Whatever, we're going to just go with it. It's open palms, as we know, and one win to one win. That is a exciting place to be in a finals match. So let's introduce the players once again. We're going to start with Panky here. We got Panky spawning in as the green UEF commander, dropping on a triple land factory opener. And again, his ACU is not moving as much. Usually it would be boom, 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 rather than boom, boom, boom. Again, minimizing the movement, even though it is minimal. So not a bad build overall. And then we got Timothy JB520 spawning in as the purple Cyber Commander, dropping out a research station first and a double land factory opener again, moving that ACU. Just not a good thing off at the start. At least the first buildings were placed very well. So I'm sure both players are very, very nervous at this point. They are beginners after all, and that's okay. Nerves are a part of it, and it is okay to be nervous. Just take a deep breath. I know this game happened in June, but that's how it goes. You know, this is the finals. This is for all the marbles. And again, Timothy expanding with both engineers. That's not the right thing to do. Now, Panky having his engineers help out with the factories. Smart thing to do. Really, there you go. Split them all three. That really helps out. This is going to help out production pretty significantly. I would like to see the engineers start expanding though. But I think Panky wants units. Now that wasn't a good move, having that one guy push up. That's not going to end well for that single rockhead. But Panky's rather aggressive on this one, and he can be because his opponent only has 2 land factors, and he didn't get a radar yet. Wow, that is, well, actually, no, 2 minutes or 3 minutes in, that's pretty standard not to have a radar, so can't really blame him, and because Panky is really pushing hard, you know, just like pushing hard. Yeah, this is not a good place for Panky to be because he doesn't have his units grouped up. There we go, they're grouped up, so now they're strong. Wonder what's going on over here. Is he going to get his entire blob over here, or is he going to just... Gotta back up. Gotta use that range advantage that the tanks have. A favorable exchange for Timothy, it looked like. Now, Panky's figured out that Timothy doesn't like being pressed like this. Timothy not being pressed is very dangerous. Timothy being pressed, he's hurting. You know what I mean? And Timothy is expanding way too aggressively. So that is another reason why he's easily pressed. No way he can put down a point defense. Not happening. Got a lot of mass extractors, but not a lot of mass to use. Okay, power detonate on structures. Very useful. Didn't quite work. Didn't quite work there. Timothy floating mass. It's okay to put down a point defense. Another energy generator is not a priority right now, but for some reason it is. Yeah, Panky needs to be careful with that ACU. Can't push too hard, because I've seen it happen. Maybe even too Panky. Can't walk in there. Structure detonate could still cause a lot of damage to an ACU. Getting the ACU. Ooh, sucking up delicious yummy mass. That mass, yo. Nicely done. Yeah, these guys are going to get crushed if Panky allows this. However, that allow Panky to attack a factory directly. A research station is not what Timothy needs. Not at all. Trying to bait out a structure detonate, but it's not needed because the units are all far enough away. Suck out that delicious yummy mass. I would get it. That's what I would do. Yeah, Timothy's in a lot of danger. Ah, there we go. Now that's a pro move right there. You love to see it. Yeah, structure detonate's not good if your opponent knows how to not be damaged by it. And the Mells would be good right now. Just a couple. I love it. Look at this. Panky is now expanding. Good move right there. He's hurting on energy though. A couple energy generators before that factory would be good for Panky. Losing all that core mass, especially in the finals, and having all that mass sucked up, it's a really good move to suck up that mass. And building a radar right there is genius, because who knows, there could be a whole bunch of gunships hiding and waiting for you. Panky needs energy. There you go. He decided to queue up energy instead. Smart thing to do. I'd have this guy build one or two also, because if stalling like that, you can't be doing that. Yeah, this type of stall right here is deadly. This is bad news. The radars are energy expensive as well. You could put down an energy generator or two right here in the field, and it wouldn't matter because it would pay for itself in a few seconds, you know? But see this? Getting caught off guard, not good. That's more units than Panky has. Panky has gotten training 1 on his ACU, which isn't a bad move, especially since he got caught off guard and he's losing his units. Yeah, Panky could die here, but probably not. Yeah, Panky's gonna be A-okay, but he probably should have had something to see that coming. That's an overreaction of energy generators. That is definitely an overreaction. Don't need that many, you know what I mean? There's going to be a mega coming. This game could have ended a lot sooner, but that's okay. Like I said, beginners. Now, I wonder if this radar sees back here. If it does, then great. 2-point defense right there. Probably should have put down point defense sooner. Now, Timothy has a lot of mass. I don't know why he doesn't build more. He isn't building more factories. He could support like 2 factories right now. 2 factories and those megas right there. Now, what a surprise that would be. Because Panky's not taking these out. You know, that's free mass right there for you. Now, if Timothy keeps kiting, he'll be okay. The Panky didn't need to turn around. A second gantry. Quite a gamble. Considering it's being built with the engineer rather than the ACU. Probably should have gone the other way around. Those energy generators probably should have been built by the engineer. I like this, a tech switch. Now that is smart. Panky's gonna get a bunch of bombers probably. And that's gonna be very, very surprising. His opponent's not gonna know what hit him. Now, going gunship, still a bad move because remember, power detonate is a thing, and power detonate kills gunships. Now, getting extra engineers is good. I think you could afford sending out 2 engineers to build right now, so that is very smart. 2 engineers building right now is a great idea. Phenomenal idea, actually. Oh, never mind. That's backfiring. He's building a little too much now. Better slow down on the building of the air factories. Yeah, slow down there, Panky. You got too many. When you see that mass drop down like that, yeah, you gotta slow down. Cancel some of those. Well, maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe I am wrong. Because 2 engine, well, no, I'm probably right. This is done. I guess that's okay. 2 megas? Ooh, Panky, you're getting hit. Yeah, I guess, you know what? What do I know? Don't listen to me at this point. Surprise! It's always a bad surprise. It's always a bad feeling when that happens. Whenever you think you're doing something really good, you got those megas blasting your opponent, but hey, look, on the hill, not an ideal place for the megas to engage, obviously. Yep. Not ideal. You would think it'd be great, but it's not. Probably waiting for that 3rd mega to engage. There you go. Stay right there. Stay right there. Alright, is there any anti-air? Yeah, there's some adapters coming out. Where's the factory? There you go. Gotta get those adapters out there to help out the megas. Ooh, that's good. Getting that expansion. Nicely done there, Timothy. Getting vision on the ACU is not needed, but getting anti-air right here is needed. Wow, look at these megas decimate, just absolutely decimate these rockheads. Yep, getting these things right over your ACU. Actually move them so that they can actually help out here. These adapters are absolutely useless. Move them so they can do some work, man. Yeah, these megas are dead. Like, there's no way these megas are going to be okay. That Mega's gone. Yeah, letting the tanks catch up was probably the biggest mistake at this moment. In this moment, probably the biggest mistake. I don't know if it's the biggest mistake so far, but it was a huge mistake. How about let's just say that, not the biggest mistake. It's just a gigantic mistake. Panky, you can't afford these anymore. You can't afford all of them. Now, single mega and a bunch of adapters, well, I don't know about that. That's a giant air force that came up really, really fast. Pretty scary if you ask me. Nicely done getting those mass extractors. Those have been there for far, far too long. They're probably fully vetted, or at least closely fully vetted. To be fully vetted. Wow, why am I having trouble saying that? That is embarrassing, but I'll live. Yeah, if these units would kite, they could survive this. They're not kiting though. But the Megas survived anyhow. Timothy taking a lot of damage here. Not enough anti-air. Probably should have stayed right here underneath the factory shield. Might have been safer. But I think I know why Timothy pushed out. He wanted to get some damage done with those Megas. But this is it. This is it. He's got under 2,000 health. One more pass will do it easily. And wow. And boom. Down he goes. Pankyeatspancakes is the beginner's tournament champion. Congratulations, Pankyeatspancakes. He played very well. Came from the lower brackets to win it. Amazing job. Timothy knocked him out in the semifinals, only to be defeated here in the finals. Timothy played very, very well. Amazing player. He, going home with second. That's actually quite a big accomplishment, especially if this is your first tournament. I gotta say, congratulations, buddy. I am impressed. Timothy. A lot of great strategies here from both players, so like I said, I am impressed. Amazing job, Panky. You win. You are the finalist. Well, not the finalist. You are the winner of the gold. So Timothy gets silver. Manolo, is it Manolo? Easy AI easy gets bronze. Pankyeatspancakes get gold. So gold to Panky, silver to Timothy, and bronze to AI. Easy. So that's it, guys. It took me a long time to get around to this. I'm super, super sorry. I know people voted on this back when it happened and said I would like to see it in its entirety. Well, here it is. You got to see it all. I have a playlist with the entirety of the beginners tournament. Hopefully you all enjoy it. And I do give out a bunch of nuggets of how to improve if you're so inclined to do that, to check it out. Yeah, don't do this with all these engineers. Definitely too many at that point. But at this point it didn't matter. Really it didn't. I think Panky just set engineers on there as well as bombers. So, whatever. Yeah, I don't think I have a lot to say about this one. That Panky dislodged Timothy really quick from his base. And Timothy just needs to figure out a way to defend his base rather than backing down. Building right here a factory and putting a shield and then putting a point defense under said shield and having your units be able to retreat behind that shield makes this a very strong point. So I'm going to remind Timothy of that and anyone at home who has trouble defending right here. A radar, mass extractor, factory right in front of it, or a factory behind it, or you can do both, factory behind and factory in front. Put a point defense under the shield and boom, you got a very strong position. And you could also put factories next to it and put Or even put point defense on different spots underneath the factory shield. And even put a point defense behind the factory as well to increase the HP of that point defense. Because point defense can fire through your own friendly factories. So that's a thing. Just want to let you know. So again, thank you, Panky, for, well, congratulations to Panky, amazing job, and thank you to AlphaX for compiling all this and sending it to me. Wow, I'm stuttering right now. It's 1 a.m. You can tell I am exhausted. I did a cast earlier today. It's going out on Monday, which is today. You'll get that cast, but man, I'm tired. So I'm going to end this. Good job to everyone. Thank you for participating. Thank you for watching these things. It is amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, like this video, subscribe to my channel. Favorites could help me out. Sending replays to stillspeaks@gmail.com. And yeah. Or send your good replays. You will join the Supreme Commander 2 Discord server and go to #replaystillspeaks. Upload your replay there and at me. You could do that, or you could find me there and direct message me your replay. Only do one. Don't do all three. Don't email and upload and direct message me. Don't do that. That makes me confused, and I don't like being confused. So just do one. Thank you. So yeah, it's amazing, huh? You guys are awesome. So yeah, you gotta join that Supreme Commander 2 Discord server because you're gonna find out more and more about tournaments. That is the place to get all your news. People will, or even new maps. And if you have any achievements that you need, like the ranked one, the ranked play one, where you know, wanna, finish off your ranked play achievement. You can't just find people to play ranked by hitting that ranked button. No, you got to join the Supreme Commander to Discord server and be like, hey, I want to get this achievement. Somebody help me. And who knows? Maybe they'll help you, or maybe you'll have someone to play against, and you may earn it. So that's something cool. You could play with people against AI, or you could play against people who play against people. I don't know, whatever. Pretty cool. Over 3,000 members last time I checked, but I think there's a lot more. So yeah. You gotta do it. Click the link down below to check it out. Q Alpha Head. Wow, what is wrong with me? Q Alpha Hex's ad now.
What? You still haven't joined the biggest Supreme Commander 2 Discord in the world with over 1,000? 2,000? You have General, Hall of Fame, all the YouTube channels, all the YouTube videos, streaming. Don't worry about that. Ask for some help, post some memes, send some replays, find a game, dead chat. We even have a channel for all the Xbox Subcom 2 players. So what are you waiting for? Click the first link in the video description, or just type Supreme Commander 2 in this thing that nobody will ever use. You should join now.
As you can tell, I need to end this. I am very, very tired. Where am I on all this? Comment down below, say something nice about the players, about the game. Congratulations to Panky. Congratulate Panky, and even congratulate Timothy, because he did well too. Going home with silver is no easy feat, and it's not something to scoff at, especially if this is your first tournament. So congratulations, Timothy, on your silver, and congratulations to Panky on your gold. Amazing, amazing job, guys. So comment down below. Say congratulations. Say something nice. That's what we all need in this world. If you like what I do and you want to support this channel, the Patreon page, click the link down below to get involved with that. A huge thank you to Alpha Hex, Iron Commander, Akone, Prelia Tornex, and Valor. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for helping me stay motivated. That really helps me. And if you don't want a subscription service, of course this can be a subscription service, but if you don't want one, you want to just give me $5 at the bare minimum, and just, contribute monetarily, I have a Ko-Fi account. You could do it that way as well. That'd be really helpful. If not, that's okay. But I'd appreciate it. A huge thank you to Dr. Pearl, and a gigantic thank you to Colin300 for giving me a very good amount and helping me. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. You guys are amazing. And if you want to get something back, buy my band's music. You could buy it Amazon, iTunes, whatever. That's one thing. Bandcamp, also my old band's music. You could buy it all there too. So whatever, you know. Stream it. That helps also. But buying it gives me money directly. So yeah. If you don't want to spend any money, I got you. Don't worry. Just watch my videos all the way through. That feeds the algorithm. Comment, like, subscribe. All the things I already told you to do. You know, got to feed that algorithm to help me grow. And also, if you want to be even more awesome, check out my band on YouTube. Watch the videos all the way through. Comment, like, subscribe. Do all that stuff. It helps me out more than you know. And if you want to be the most awesome you possibly could be, click the link down below. Check out my band on Spotify. We're called King of Cups. Listen to Missing You 3 times through. More than that, if you can. Add it to a playlist. Follow us on Spotify. And that helps feed the Spotify algorithm. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. Thank you for checking it out. I appreciate you. So that's it for me. Share with your friends, family, and foes who need something interesting to watch as well. And as always, everyone, G.